with all people. You're talking about increasing their revenue and lowering their costs. The cost of living is just a little bit too high for people right now, and we can improve on that by reducing credit card rates to prime +5. We'll cap them at prime +5 and lower home heating by the HST. We can also lower home heating, as John McCallum said, by the green retrofit program. We need to get workers jobs as well, and that's the small business community where you can hire new people and get your EI and CPP rebated and get another $1,000 once they've stayed for 12 months. We need to ensure new industries are given the hand up. The tourism industry is one of them, but that's just a part of the media and entertainment industry. They've been really hurt by loss in transfers from the federal government under Mr. Harper, and during a recession as well. And the new energy industry, it's been held back in Ontario. It's been held back a little bit in Canada. In other nations, they're working a lot harder on new energy, and we should be going. We should be on the leading edge. We should be helping other people out because we do have so much to offer. We are a wealthy, developed nation.
Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. McCallum, you may go first.
Thank you. I think this question you raise, whose needs should come first, is central to this election campaign. Because what we say is families and seniors should come first, large corporations second. And the Conservatives say the other way around. Large corporations come first, families and seniors second. And when I say families and seniors, I also include Aboriginals and poor people and the disabled, those others listed in your list. Because what the Conservatives are doing is they're giving immediate cuts in the corporate tax rate paid by largest corporations this year and next year. And they're saying to families, you wait 3 or 4 years until the budget is balanced, and then we will give you a tax cut. So they're sort of getting the crumbs under the table after the large corporations have gotten their guaranteed tax reduction. So we reverse the order. We say keep the corporate tax rate stuck at 18%. The big oil companies and the big banks are doing just fine at that 18%, which is competitive. Use that money partly to pay down the debt, but mainly to support those people on your list. We support low-income seniors to the tune of $700 million per year, which is up to $650 for an individual and $1,000 for a couple. We support families struggling to look after loved ones in the home. We support students who have trouble attending post-secondary education to the tune of $1,000 per student per year. This is really important. We believe in equality of opportunity, and we believe that education is crucial for the economy because you can't get a good job if you only have high school education. So our answer to this question is very clear. Families and seniors first, large corporations second, not the other way around, which is what Stephen Harper is saying.
Thank you very much. It's your turn, Mr. Saroya.
All those people are very important to all Canadians, including the government of Canada. Nobody should be left behind. Either in all these mentioned people, single parents, are as well as important, especially the seniors. They are hurting at this moment with the inflation, etc. In the last budget, there was more money for seniors, among other people. The second, Conservative Party believe we should only collect the money what we need, not be collected, then we give you a candy back. We believe in lower taxes. This is why the Stephen Harper government collecting $3,000 less taxes per family. And above all, whatever your tax dollar, we should create jobs. Jobs bring the job is the key, one of the elements to the family success. If I didn't have a job when I came back in 1974, I wouldn't be here. And I personally created thousands of jobs working with my stores as well as working with the corporations. Jobs is the key. First, we should always look for all these mentioned people, including the singles, new immigrants, as well as we should only collect what the money we need the most and create jobs. The funds should be using to create jobs that will bring bread and butter to the table. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And candidates, panelists, you may now begin the 5-minute debate.
Well, Bob, maybe you could address the point that I made, that we're putting the families first by providing benefits immediately, whereas the Conservatives are providing corporate tax cuts immediately and families 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road. That seems to imply all of those unfortunate people, seniors, disabled, poor, they all come after the banks and the oil companies in the Conservative platform.
John, with all the fairness, it's one of those things, egg came first or the chicken came first. The big corporation provides you the jobs. Without those jobs, the families will ruin. And the government can help so much. If the government keep putting the people on UIC, you know the UIC premium will plummet, or the Canadian dollar. It's all about well-balanced approach for the corporations, tax cut for all Canadians, John, with all the fairness.
But with soaring gas prices at the pump, with the soaring world price of oil, do you really believe that in order to create jobs, these oil companies need a tax cut when their revenue is skyrocketing because the world price of oil and the price at the pump has never been higher?
John, a minute ago you just said this is the supply and demand.
Yeah.
Supply and demand, we have no control. You have no control on it. I have no control on it. Neither any one of us have any control.
That's true, but it's happening. For whatever reason, the price of oil is very high. So the profits of oil companies are very high, and the price consumers have to pay at the pump is very high. So why not support those hard-pressed consumers rather than give more money to the oil companies who are already super rich because of the world oil price?
But this is what they are one of the main reasons they're creating jobs, John. Either the oil sand, wherever they are, we must balance the books with giving everybody the fair share, not just the storylines. Cut this just for the sake of the.
Do you really believe that with the price of oil at record high, that the oil sands would not be developed if the tax rate was 18% rather than 15%? We're talking about billions of dollars in revenue from skyrocketing oil prices. The oil companies are pleased to develop the oil sands right now because the price is so high.
John, back in 18
and the tax rate is competitive.
18 months ago, people were coming back from Alberta to Ontario when there was no jobs, when the price of oil was down. Again, we're going back to the same thing. The solution is the jobs, nothing but the jobs to put bread and butter on the family for all families.
It's our policy that creates jobs. You create more jobs when you take a little money from the rich oil companies, put it in the pocket of a poor student, or put it in the pocket of a family to do a home renovation. Those construction jobs to do home renovations, that creates jobs.
The conservative policies, including all the new immigrants coming to the thing, is the best of the best in my book, in my mind, and I believe in it. This is how I survived in this country. And
I guess that will be up to Canadians to decide in the not-too-distant future.
May 2nd is the key.
Right.
Bob, you know, the Conservatives have created jobs by using taxpayers' dollars. I mean, anybody can spend the taxpayers' dollars and create a job. That isn't to their credit. The creating industries like the green energy industry would create jobs. That's labor-intensive. And subsidizing gas is hurting the green energy industry.
But we are all for it, for the green industry. But the same token, what the jobs creation is done, let's not take one job away. We are working with the green energy, with the different sectors to bring, till the new energies stuff is in, we have to work with this, right? We are still
No, no, you don't. People are biting at the bit to get the green energy going. But, you know, with the exchange rates up, it's really hard for Ontario. Ontario is suffering compared to Alberta.
With creating new jobs, I absolutely agree. We need the green energy down the road. At the same token, at what price?
At a competitive price when you're not subsidizing other industries.
The price of, you know, what's going on with all the new upcoming green energy, because the demand, because of the supplies is not there. They're not creating enough. In the beginning, the price is this high to create even Hydro Ontario, Hydro One, the creating.
You talked about China and trade with China. China is set to be the leader in green energy. They're developing the green energy, and they want to be the world leader in green energy.
Absolutely.
I think we should.
I've seen that in China.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take a break for now, and we'll be right back for the closing statement from each candidate.